What's going on, everybody? So today it's like the middle of June. We're coming out here. We're gonna work on this food plot. Last year or 2 years ago, I planted it with clover and it was coming up pretty good. I had deer consistently hitting it. And as of late, I'd say probably about 2 weeks ago, I was getting stuff that was just way too tall and grown up. He was nice enough to bush hog this for me. Bush hogged it a little lower than I think I would want it to. I think that clover is going to come right back because it's an annual crop, so I wouldn't have that much of a big deal. I'm also going to come back out here at the end of July, early August, and overseed it. But for today, what we're going to do is we got a lot of deer still coming in, and even after I cut it, but there's really not a lot for them to feed on. So I'm going to grab this feeder that I haven't set up in 2 years. Hopefully there's not a raccoon in it. No, it looks good. And I think the last time I set it up, I didn't have any success with it because I messed up. I put it up probably the end of August, early September. I just hastily threw it up. I didn't really have a plan for it. So this year I got a plan. That's when my blind was set up last year. There was a lot more stuff growing up, so it hit a little bit better. But I think I'm gonna set this feeder up right over here. And then there's a poplar in here. It's kind of hard to see. It's gonna give me good cover. It's gonna be an easy in and out because I park right over here. Last year, with all this grown up, I cut a trail and I just walked up into the blind and it was really good. The deer travel in this field over here through this wood patch, come up somewhere over in here and then feed up and down through this plot. So I'm gonna get that tree stand set up, not today, but probably middle of August. I got my camera up on this big tractor sprayer and pretty much starting right about here back is where I planted clover last year. It came in pretty good. There's a lot of grass in there right now. I'm not too worried about that. We'll see how the clover comes up, and if I need to spray a selective grass spray down, then we'll do that. But with this being on the slope and this being like a hard clay, when I tilled it the first time, I had a really hard time getting seed to stay. So I don't want to kill the grass right now because it's going to help my seed from my overseed from washing out. And honestly, the deer in here anyways, a little bit of grass isn't going to kill it. So get this feeder out, let's load it up and set up a mineral site. So I live in North Carolina and baiting is legal here in North Carolina throughout the year. That's why I'm doing it. I've tried the food plot thing. The neighbors don't allow hunting, so that's why I'm using bait. They hold the majority of the deer all year long. All I'm trying to get them to do is come through this little patch of woods to come up here and feed. I got a whole neighborhood over here, and then the adjoining neighbor's house is over here. So there's nothing over here. So if you guys have any tips on how I should set this up or what I should do, maybe where I should put this feeder, drop a comment down below. It's early enough in the year where I can still move this. I think the only thing that sucks about having a feeder is having to fill it. The food that I'm going with this year is the Antler Max. I think right now, just getting a lot of protein out, trying to build some racks and get a healthy deer population is more important than corn. Oh boy. Oh, that's why. Because it's locked all the way up. Probably helps if your battery box isn't pushed all the way up against the feeder tube. All right. So yeah, guys, I'm not a professional food plot feeder person. I don't know what to set it at. Obviously, the longer I set it, the more feed I'll throw and the faster I'll go through it. I'm not really too concerned about that. And I understand the faster the fan speed, the further it's gonna throw it. I think I'm gonna throw it for 10 seconds on low, see what that starts me at, and go from there. Thanks for following along. Today is kind of just that get ready for fall. I'm excited. Summer's coming. Summer is here. That means deer season is going to be here before we know it. So this is what I'm working with. It's about a half an acre that he lets me kind of do what I want. Put a food plot in if I want, put feeder up, put mineral sites. So if you guys have any tips for me in this little half acre that I got, or any ways that I can attract deer, drop a comment down below, let me know. But thank you for watching this video. My name's Jeff Cordero, and we'll check you out on the next one.